everybody. It is me, Kim, and it is Sunday, May the 4th, and this is my current big whip that I'm working on, and this is going to be a voiceover because when I started this whole whip and chat, the birds started going nuts. The dogs started going nuts. The phone started ringing. Everything kind of went crazy. And when I came back here to edit, after I was done so I could get this up, y'all, it was just a mess. So I thought, well, I'll just turn it on. And I'm still working on the same canvas. It's my Crystal Canvas Art Designs 60 by 60 that I just kind of work on in between all of my other canvases, and it was my last whip and chat, and I hadn't worked on it a whole lot. I hadn't worked on it at all until last night, so I haven't made a ton of progress, but I need to get it finished in May, because in June I need the drafting table that it's on for my 60 by 60 Dreamer Designs that I'm going to be doing for Year of the Snake. For Diamond Bewitched Cat. She has an event here on YouTube for Year of the Snake. And I need my drafting table for it. So I've got to like get this thing going. I do have a 40 by 40 that I'm working on currently. That is a storm picture that is part of my Memory Keepers event over on Facebook. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm going to be doing things on camera that I'm not, since I'm working on this canvas still, I'm still doing a whip. It's just, I'm doing a voiceover. So I may be holding things up. I do know that I talked about my Multiplacer that I bought. I bought a set of stainless steel. You're going to see it. I think it's closer probably to the end. I bought a set of stainless steel thin Multiplacers off of Amazon. I think I've talked about this before in maybe some of my other videos. But I bought it, and all of the pins that I had, the ends didn't fit. They're a screw in, so I had to buy a pin, one of their pins. I think they're probably geared to like the Diamond Art Club pins. I'm not sure. The one that I got from Michael's that is a screw in did not work. It was too small. My others that I have, like I got off of Temu, other ones I'd gotten off Amazon didn't work. None of that worked. So I do talk about that at some point. I do talk that they're $39 for the set. There are 9. It's 2 through 10 is the sizes that you get. You can buy them individually, though, so you don't need to spend that much. I just didn't have any of them in stainless steel, and I'm like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to go from, I want the whole set. And I had an Amazon gift card, so that kind of helped. I showed you the putty that I was using. That's at the end as well. I did have someone tell me something that I don't know. I don't know if I'll be reordering that putty or not. We'll see. But I also have some putty from Patty Wax that I really, really like. So I ordered some at Christmas. So I've been gearing up to Multiplace. And I tried it, and then I backed off of it because I wasn't ready. Because, I've only been, diamond painting since late October last year. So, I just didn't feel like I was ready. I just wasn't ready. I started it. It frustrated me, and I didn't want it to affect how I feel about diamond painting. I do it as a stress reliever. So I didn't want the extra stress. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, it literally just ticked me off. I'm not going to lie. So the whole process of multiplacing, when I started it the first time, just irritated me to no end. So I backed off from it. Didn't know if I'd ever do it. I didn't know if it was going to be something that I enjoyed. Well, you know, the longer I'm diamond painting, the bigger canvases I get, the more confident I'm getting in my abilities and so on. So I decided that it was time to bite the bullet and multi-place. And so I sat down one night with one of the thinner multiplacers that you can get in some of your kits that come in your diamond paintings. And I gave it a shot, and it was a lot less stressful than it was the first time. And so after a couple days of that, I wanted to make sure it wasn't a fluke, you know. After a couple days of that, I did get on Amazon, because everybody's like, oh, you need to get the Diamond Art Club tips. They're stainless steel. They're super thin. That's what you need. And I'm like, I'm not paying that price, you know. I'm sure they're great, but, you know, there's got to be something on Amazon that's comparable, you know. And the tips that I got with the pen that I got at Michael's, you guys, they're pretty thin. They're not as thin as these, but they're pretty thin, and I didn't know it at the time because I forgot where I put them. I didn't even check. I did not even check. But they're not as, I don't think they're as thin as these, but they're thin. So I literally could have used those, but there's not as many tips, I don't think. I'd have to go look, and I'll have to show you. I'll have to find them. But I do have a timer set for, I hope I did, so that I'm just not talking in the video end over here, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking at the video as it rolls because I'm working on the canvas. So I'm still whipping and chatting with you. I'm just at a different time, you know. My mom is moving in with me, so there will be more dog barking because she does have a dog, and Lucky is his name, and he's a little black Shih Tzu. He's a super sweet dog. He's older than Sass, but they met yesterday for the first time. I took him over to Mom's. Sassy's kind of territorial, and I didn't want to introduce Lucky to Sassy and the cats all at the same time. The bird's a whole different story. Like, the bird is in a cage, and when he's not in the cage, the animals are not able to get to him. So I'm not concerned about the bird. I'm concerned about the cats. I do not know. Since Lucky was a rescue, we don't know if he ever had any interaction with a cat. He's a super sweet dog, but he's an animal, so we'll have to see. So I didn't want to introduce him to the cats and the dog and a new place all at the same time. Makes sense? But it went really well. So Sassy wanted to play. Lucky didn't want to play. There was some growling. Sassy acted like she really didn't care. You know, so there's going to be some bumps in the road there, I'm sure. But I am going to bring Lucky over a couple times this week to meet the cats. We'll see how that goes. So it may end up without Mom, because the cats do love my mom. They have not seen her for a minute. They will get super excited. They will want to love on her, and I don't want Lucky to be like, oh my God, there's a foreign animal trying to attack my mother. So we will leave Mom at home, and we'll bring him. And then, not to mention, I have a big old crate back in the playroom, the den. We called it the playroom ever since my daughter was little, because when we moved in, she was 3, and that was her space. Now it's the animal space, the cat space. I'm not going to say it's the dog space. It's the cat's space. And at some point, we may convert that room. I need to pull up carpet. The people that owned this house before had a dog. That carpet's not the best. We'll just put it that way. I left it that way because when Alexis was little, we steam cleaned it. We did all that thing. I still do. but she was little. I didn't want to, I wanted her to be able to do what she needed to do in that space. She wanted to play, you know, if something got messed up, it got messed up. If she spilled something, if she spilled paint, whatever. And then I had an elderly dog, and she had a couple little accidents and so on. So now I just need to replace the carpet in there, and I may do that after we get Mom all settled, put some laminate floor down, and let that just be her space. I don't know. It's a whole thing. We're just going to have to navigate it as we navigate it. But I did want her to move in while her memory was still in a place where I wouldn't move her in, and then the confusion just be as where she is, you know, like I didn't want any of that for her. So that is what's going on here. So my content could get a little Western with animals, and then I think I'll probably wait till Mom goes to bed at night. She's very hard of hearing. She has hearing aids, but she doesn't wear them. Okay? So and then, you know, she has memory issues. So I could be like, Mom, I'm making content, you know, give me 30 minutes or whatever. Yeah. She's not going to remember that, y'all. So I may just be making content at night after she goes to bed. And I may make a couple one day, and then, you know, because I usually now just make content daily. But it may be different when it's going to be different when she moves in. I may have some hiccups for a while. I may not be posting every day. Please be patient with me. I'm not abandoning you, I promise. But I'll still be getting on Facebook and all those things because, you know, that's kind of easier to do than making YouTube content with a new dog and a mom and all those things. So anyway, like I said, things may get a little confusing for a while. I've got to learn how to navigate all of it. You know, my mom does too. I'm not saying that she does not, but for me, if you've ever been a caregiver for someone that you didn't live with, I think you're going to get what I'm saying, especially if you have caregiver burnout, which I had toward the end of my dad's life, really, really bad. The stress and anxiety before I found diamond painting was literally killing me. And I find myself getting to that point again, and I don't want that. But my home, my house, was kind of like my safe space, for a lack of better word. And what I mean by safe space, I mean, you know, mentally. I don't mean physically. I was never in any physical harm at any point with my dad. He did threaten to kill me one time, but that's beside the point. And I hope I don't get flagged for that. And he really didn't. It was just, he didn't know who I was, and he insinuated something. I'm like, now listen here. It was it was at the end of his life, you guys. It's not, he thought he was protecting my mom, you know? So he literally thought he was protecting my mom. He didn't know who I was. So, and I should have known right then and there. We were on a steep, quick decline. And I mean, I knew that we were right there before he went into the hospital, but, you know, and this was just like a week or two before. So, but anyway, home was kind of my stress-free zone. Making content is a stress reliever for me. And so now part of the stress is going to be here all the time. And I don't mean mom per se. I mean mom's health. I love my mom. I'm very lucky that I still have my mom at my age. But like where is that space for me? Is it going to be at night, diamond painting after mom goes to bed? I mean, I'll be diamond painting while she's awake. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm actually going to have more time, free time, basically, I think. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I think. Versus what I had before, because I'm not having to run 2 households. I can also make sure, I make her food now and I take her food, but she is the type of person, she's almost like a toddler, and she's always been like this, especially, once my dad couldn't remember what he had every day to eat and wasn't like wanting something different every day. My mom gets stuck on a food and then that's what she eats every day, like every meal. Like right now, like yesterday and today, I took her wild rice and chicken. She loves sub sandwiches, things like that. I took her wild rice and chicken, I made 2 boxes of wild rice. I made some, a big old, half a bag of grilled chicken. And I took her other food. Now I'm going to tell you that she is going to eat all of that wild rice and all of that chicken before she eats anything else. And then she'll go in on the sub sandwiches. And then she'll go in. So I had to stop because food was going bad. That I was making her. And it's not like I have a ton of time to cook all these meals for her to eat just one thing at a time. So when she gets moved in with me, it will be different because I will be coming home at night, fixing her dinner. I will probably eat better, and then I'll either make content or sit down and diamond paint. So I'll probably sit down and diamond paint. I'll probably do things in reverse. So before I would do content and then I would diamond paint before bed. And I bet you now it'll be that I will diamond paint while she's still awake. And then when she goes to bed, I'll make content. Now, she may stay up later when she's here. Well, I don't know. Now I think she goes to bed out of boredom. I mean, she's tired. She's 85 years old. If I could go to bed at 6 o'clock at night sometime, I'd do it too. I just have too much stuff to do to go to bed at 6 o'clock at night. There are times I nap at 6, or I used to nap at 6 o'clock at night. I don't nap at 6 o'clock at night anymore because I have too much to do. But it's all going to be interesting. It'll be interesting for y'all too. Y'all are along for the ride, I'm telling you. I may get on here and cry sometimes and not mean to. I may get on here and vent sometimes. I don't know. We'll see. I'm doing what's best for her and what's best for me. So, Sassy's grooming one of the cats right now. It is the craziest thing in the world to see sometimes. I do think she thinks she's a cat sometimes. I don't know. Maybe she does. I know she's probably sees a cat right now because she's barking at the place where the cat always seems to first show her little self. But she has shown herself multiple times today. So But it wouldn't be one of my videos without her. So if you're new to my channel, this is nothing new. Sassy is part of it. She has her name. She lives up to her name every day of the week, y'all. But she's my baby. For sure, for sure. And I do hope that her and the other dog get along really, really well, and they're buddies for each other, and because it's going to be a adjustment for the dog as well. I mean, he's leaving his home, but I'll tell you this, I got a much bigger yard for him to play in. He's going to love that. To explore, and I live on a lot and a half. My house is situated on a lot and a half, and my backyard is huge, and he's gonna love it. Him and Sass can explore, and Mom and I can sit in the lawn chairs and just watch him do it, I don't know if I'll get Mom out there next to the fire pit or not. We'll see. We'll see. I did. My mom is super cold-natured. I mean, she keeps her house like at 80 plus degrees, and it's not for like monetary reasons. Like, she doesn't do it to keep the bills down. She does it because she's cold-natured. So I bought her some flannel sheets and a down alternative comforter off Macy's yesterday to put on her bed. But I have about 5, maybe 10 minutes, I think, left on this video. I just wanted to update you on what's going on with me. I have been sick with dehydration, and I pretty much think I had food poisoning. That didn't help with the dehydration. That's why I'm not getting her room ready right now. Because I'm still, like, lacking energy. Sassy's just going to keep going at it, isn't she? I'm sorry. But, I mean, I don't know what to tell you is going on in the diamond art world. I mean, we know about the tariffs. We know about all that. We've talked about it. We're going to learn to navigate it. We're going to learn to navigate it here. I'm going to help you guys as much as possible. I promise. We're going to explore options. We're going to share ideas, and we're going to share other stores that we've tried that are budget friendly, and so on. Sassy. Yeah. We're gonna do it. I mean, Temu is not the only budget friendly option out there. Is it what we were used to? Yes. Was it somewhere that we all started? Yes. Was it comfortable? Yes. Did they offer us a lot of discounts? Yes. And yes, and yes, and yes. But, I mean, AliExpress, I don't know. So, a lot of the canvases that so far that I received on AliExpress, they're nice, but they had way too many double-sided adhesives for me. But I am more mindful when I go to get something from them that I kind of watch the videos, look at the images, because a lot of times they'll show you the canvas rolled up and it'll show you that white cover sheet. So I'm like, oh, nope, not there. We do need to be sharing seller names off of AliExpress that have double-sided adhesive for those that don't like it, or seller names that are just not so great, and seller names of those that are. And that's the same way on Shein and AliExpress. Amazon, we need to be looking for bigger canvases on Amazon. And then on the local sellers on Temu, we need to find I have to bring this up closer to me because she's going nuts. See, this is what happened earlier. And I literally only have about 5 minutes left. Sassy. That cat is the bane of her existence. Absolutely the bane of her existence. And I mean, she wants to get at that cat. So I think that maybe I'm just going to cut my video off here. And thank you guys for hanging with me. And I'll see you tomorrow.